Welcome to Tea and Teachings. I'm so happy that you are here. And I hope you enjoyed all the teachings we had so far. Sophia did a beautiful review of the class on Friday, the second class, where the Lamrim is our topic. And I would like to go a little bit deeper with all of you, and I hope you share your experience. So first of all, it's tea and teachings. I hope you all have a nice cup of tea or maybe even coffee, depending on the time. And have a sip. Relax, and then let's start. So the topic of this class in Buddhist terms is called leisure and fortune. That means that we reflect how lucky we are, that we have all the necessary things to be here, to study, to talk about the classes, that we have teachings, that Geshe is teaching, that we have met this beautiful philosophy, that we have the resources to do so, that we have the time, and also a little bit money is involved to be here. That we have a mind to understand the teachings a little bit. In my case, there is so much to learn. And that we should be super, super, super grateful that we are here and how rare it is that we have this precious human life with all the resources to learn. Maybe type in the chat what is the resource you are the most grateful for, which enables you to be here. Time, body, and mind. Yeah. Oh, Ulla, that you are not the translator, that you can listen and participate in the class. Yes, I love that. Life itself, yes. Very, very precious gift we have. Once more time. I find it super that a lot of you really mention the time, because that is really a luxury to have the time to attend here. Oh, and then the seeds. Yes, the beautiful seeds that we have, that we are here. And Geshe hit it home very, 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 very strong. How extraordinary seeds we have that we are here. Yes, that we have light. I'm also grateful for this beautiful Zoom, for all the tech people, for all the translators, that we can meet from home to listen to the teaching and share what we've learned or what we have questions about. Another sip of tea. Mhm. So I hope that you are happy to be here, and I would like to go today to a very, very special aspect when we are in the teachings. And I think all of you had this experience that you are sitting in the teachings and there is one sentence which goes directly into your heart, which touches your heart, and you have the feeling this sentence is spoken exclusively for you. We are sitting in a class with Geshe. There are 2,000 attendees, and he says this one sentence, which goes directly into your heart, which you know this is meant for you. And that's also very, very special seeds to have that. And for me in the class on Friday, it was the sentence, take the diamond of your life. That made me think about, am I really using all these incredible resources I have? And am I using it for my practice? So I would like to ask you, what was the sentence which hit your heart, where you have been moved super, super deeply? Because we know we are creating the class. So we had one sentence, but I would like to hear from you, which was the sentence in the classes you heard in this program since Friday, which touched your heart. Now I need to refer to the tech. How do we do that? Do we do that via chat? From Kathy? Yes, please. That we have the capability to be teachers. Yes, Kathy, very beautiful that this one touched your heart. That we need to find a good Buddha family for our next life. What I see is who I am. To stop sickness and death. All the irritating people are coming from you. Yes, yes, one of my favorites as well. We are more precious than a rare diamond. That we choose how our next life looks like. Everything is coming from the kindness we show towards other people. Ah, to teach Dharma doesn't mean to talk about Dharma. If we don't pass on knowledge, many people lose the opportunity to improve their lives. If we are listening to the teachings, we need to teach them. It's like taking a vow when you are sitting in the teachings. Christine, the objects have to stretch to fit the karma. Yes, 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 they have to stretch. I realized that the time, oh, it's going so quickly, had come to see and create a future life with Dharma in a world where it exists. See the things and people around you glowing like having a light inside. I love that one. Being abnormal is normal. Yes, we are all crazy with our diamond. If I see it, I can change it. And the Germans obviously have the karma not to hear translation. How can we improve that quickly? Maybe Angel Marina can help. I love every sentence, and it shows that all of us have another seed to hear something else. But I think it was also a beautiful summary of the class. Everyone, a different sentence touched your heart. Um, I would like to give you a tip. I have a special notebook where I jot down this sentence from every class which touches my heart. And it is beautiful once in a while to read them and be inspired again. So I really recommend, maybe I'm old-fashioned, I'm over 60, that's why I'm writing it down. Maybe you want to write it down on your phone, but don't let that moment that touched your heart slip away. Jot it down, go back to it. Marina is laughing. Have we fixed it? Good. Thank you so much, Marina. So the next question is, a few of you also referred to how do we use it? And all this beautiful, this sentence which touched your heart. How do you go forward and put it into action? I think especially in this class, Geshe also showed the 16 steps of a proper life, of a good life, which could be an inspiration. But I would like to hear from you. You mentioned all these beautiful sentences which touched your heart. So how do you go from there? How do you put it into action? I mentioned my sentence was take the diamond of your life and use it well. So my resolution after this class was that I really double check again, have I set the priorities in my life right? How much Netflix episodes am I watching and wasting time? Because I think it's not a good use, except I relax, but oftentimes it's more than one episode and then it's not a good use of my time anymore. So my resolution of the sentence is really double check, am I using my time wisely to get along with these 16 steps of a good life? So you gave me the sentence which touched your heart. How do you implement it? How do you make it happen in your life? Svetlana is already there. She had thought about it, I think, before our tea and teachings. Do more regular meditation practice to get insights about emptiness and to be more concentrated on following the vows and lead better ethical behavior. Thank you, Svetlana. So you have mentioned that through meditation, you want to approach emptiness, which is beautiful, and also that the meditation will help you to lead a better ethical behavior, and that improves your life in general if you're ethical. I think that's a good plan. Then interesting, because my mind already connects your sentence and your actions. So I think that's, I'm not really good, but I think it's Katja, that you decided to have a live session so that more people can learn. So you go a step towards the teacher and spreading the wisdom. Very beautiful. And that's a very practical, very, very specific goal. Ekaterina, I have problems with motivation. I think it's rooted in pride. Sometimes I feel like I can't help anyone or I'm not doing enough. Maybe I can fix this and focus on something else. So this is a little bit of a question implied. And I would like to comment on this. I think if there is a sentence which touches your heart, take this as your motivation. But also be careful not to make your goals too big, in the sense of that you are disappointed because you don't reach them. If you have a big goal, then break it down in small, small steps. Even giving somebody else a cup of tea is one small step towards a bigger goal. So I think oftentimes we forget that especially the small actions done day by day make the big goal happen. So I really recommend break down the big goal into smaller steps and remember the sentence which has touched your heart. There is a Russian or Ukrainian one. I cannot judge it. Somebody could translate that for me, please. Veronica, I did an analytical meditation and looked at the situation from the other side. I think that's always helpful if you have a problematic situation or if you have a goal, meditate on it. It will clarify so much. Practice with devotion every action I do. If I want to, oh, yes, thank you, Kathy. If I want to do it well, it's a full program. In that way, I don't have time to go to work. And you made a funny smile, a smiley at the end. So I assume you already have given yourself the answer that going to work is as well a full program in practice the philosophy. Geshe mentioned very clearly that if you help your the people around you at work to not fight, to live or work harmonious together without even mentioning Buddhist philosophy is one of the biggest things you do. And I think that is something which is very, very important because otherwise work gets a hustle for us. Instead, in Buddhist term, it's called turn your work into your Buddha field. Make it that field where you plant your good seeds. Help them to not fight, to work together, to help each other out, to care for each other. And that is one of the biggest things you can do. And the second example he mentioned was that he complained to his teacher, it's so hard to be there because everybody is dishonest. Maybe you are working in a field where dishonesty is also part of the job. Then also work on if there is some ethical problem in the field you are working, try to slowly change it bit by bit. And then you are changing the world. It's the small steps which lead to that big goal. I cannot read quick enough. I try my best. I love that one. Geshe Michael said, even if you think you are a bad person, you are a rare diamond and more precious than it. So I can try to eliminate criticizing me for any small mistake and be compassionate to myself. Then I can stop criticizing others and be more compassionate to them. It's a very beautiful suggestion. And I think it works both ways. If you stop criticizing yourself, you plant the seeds that you stop criticizing others. And it works the other way around. Stop criticizing others, then you will also stop criticizing yourself. So don't forget, you can plant the seeds both ways. Oh, there's a question. Can you speak about money seeds? I put it down for later. That gets on a little bit longer. I jot it down that I don't forget it. By the way, I love all your sharings and your questions. I love it. It's a very beautiful suggestion and resolution. I cannot even pronounce the name. Share knowledge more actively with others, taking into account their abilities or capacity. Yes, sometimes, and I thought also with the work, it's very similar here, I think. Sometimes we have this belief in our mind. Either we live our normal life, we go to work or whatever, and then we have our spiritual life. And we often try to separate them. And I think this resolution to share your knowledge more actively with others breaks down this border. Share your knowledge at work, share it with your family. And as you mentioned, take into account their abilities. So be very aware which language you are using if you want to share it. And then it will be very, very beautiful if you take their capabilities into account. Yes, love that, love that. Very, very thoughtful. Elmira, to keep the mind extreme clear. Um, Another beautiful resolution. But I would like to ask you one more question. How do you do it? How do you do it? Maybe answer me in the chat as well. So, what is the practical step that you keep your mind clear all day long? Getting up earlier to meditate. Yes, do so. Always to remember that when you talk to a person, that it is opening seeds in a very 65 per second. That's a beautiful reminder for the concept of emptiness and seeds. If you do that, that you created the person. If they are criticizing you, if they are yelling at you, if they are nice to you, remembering that you created this, what you experience at the moment, is a very, very beautiful reminder in everyday life. The next is very similar, to think about why I have created this, and maybe why have I created this, because that would lead to a change in your behavior. Wake up with Dharma every day. Catch your mind when the devil is talking and switch to angel talking. I love it. I love it. I love it. And this is something which is so important, that we are aware that the devil is talking in our mind. Um, the best way to do so is really, when we are meditating, we establish the watcher in our mind who checks us. Where are we in our meditation? Are we focused, or are we sleepy, or whatever? So establish this watcher all day long in your mind to check out, is the angel or is the devil talking? Is a very, very beautiful practice which you can take from your meditation cushion into your daily life. And In my experience, as soon as emotions are taking over, especially the negative ones, this watcher goes away. So there is also, like with the sixth time book, maybe put on your phone reminders for several times per day to remind you of this so that you can really work on it very specifically. And always check when the alarm goes off. Oh, is the angel or the devil talking at the moment? Meditate regularly. Yes, yes, yes. What are the seeds to meditate regularly? I would put back to you, because the resolution alone, in my case, oftentimes does not help. I need buddies who help me to check in with me if I really meditate regularly, and also to have the courage, if you lose your meditation practice, just start over again. Get up and start over again. Thank you, Luba, for translating. I really like the 16 steps transferring knowledge, being an example. This is accessible to everyone. Everyone can become an example for those around them. Yes, I think these 16 steps of the life are very, very inspiring, as you point out. Katie, thank you. Yes, your work is your Buddha field. Meditate regularly. All of us want to do that. Welcome in the club. Let's help each other. I'm inspired by the idea that there's no suffering in the world. And sometimes I even see a glimpse of paradise. Yes, beautiful. For example, at work, but at home, it's not like that. And I get the feeling that somewhere far away, I'm coping, but not close. But I'm glad that I've already managed to see paradise somewhere. Yes, I love your attitude that you clearly state where your life is improving and where it needs improvement. And what I would like to add here is being happy about where your life is improving is so, so important. The state of mind that you are happy about improvements will even foster similar seeds and make them ripen so that you can see also in your personal life paradise. It's always very important. The motivation is to see emptiness directly in order to relieve the suffering of all living beings. Yes, beautiful motivation. Share your joy and ask your family members to share joy. I think this is like the motivation to be the joy in others' life, to be the light in there is very beautiful. And I think you will become a very beautiful role model in sharing joy. And that makes everything so much easier. And it's a beautiful seed to lighten up the others around you. When anger arises, I remember this too is an appearance, dependent, fleeting, without fixed essence. It does not define me. I think anger is one of the most difficult negative emotions to conquer. And even when anger arises and you are not able to control it in that moment, also looking at it afterwards with a neutral state of mind when the anger disappeared, with this helps you to control it better in the future. Yeah, I love the idea. 6 time journal, yes, always, always, because you're working on so many things at the same time. I cannot keep up with all your suggestions. I try my best. A field of living beings. They are an extension of me. They are in me and I am them. Equanimity, compassion, and respect. Thank you, Alexei. That's a very beautiful reminder that everything around us we created, so we are them as well, because and they are us as well, and treat them with compassion and respect. Um, it's a beautiful, beautiful motivation and action. And this is the decision a little bit. What is your heart practice? We also know we have so many teachings, so sometimes it's hard to pick what is the one practice which is my main practice. And I hear in your comment that compassion and respect are your heart practice. So I would like also to put that out to all of you, maybe to think about what is my main practice. And I think it's directly related to that sentence which touches your heart. Maybe this is what should be your heart practice, your main practice. We have another 20 minutes. Thank you all for sharing. You made it, tea and teachings, sitting together and sharing what touched your heart, what you decided to do. And I would like to share with you one thing which impressed me the most in the past. And I think this is, you all had this sentence which touched your heart and you thought about it, what it does. And it was here in Diamond Mountain, I think about 10 years ago. And I will not say names, but we had a very beautiful teacher and he agreed to teach 2 classes. So he was in the main hall on the stage, the room was full, and his first question was, when I'm teaching now, after these 45 minutes, are you willing to practice what I ask you to do in these teachings? And then everybody was sitting there and, on the chair and maybe not, maybe. And nobody was really reacting to his question, so he repeated his question. Are you willing to practice what I'm teaching? And the atmosphere in the room was really ice cold at one point. And then he got into a long talk that it is a waste of time if you go to the teachings to only as an intellectual exercise. But that if you are not willing to practice what the teacher says, that it is a waste of time. And he really asked everybody to leave the room who is not willing to practice what he teaches. And after his explanation, really then suddenly everybody was into it. It was for all of us a beautiful reminder not to collect as many classes as possible. It was about listen to the teachings. What is the essence and what can you practice after you heard the class? So that's why I would really encourage you, sit down, listen to the class, find out what touched your heart, write it down, and make a plan to really put it into practice. You might now say, if you do that all with every class, then I have so much to practice that there is not enough time every day. I think you might know that as well, that we are in so many classes that we cannot even practice all the advices. So how do you handle that? How have you solved this problem for you? Focus. Christine, can you elaborate a little bit? Kathy, reminders. Yes, that's my book. My book is my reminder of all the messages and practices. Oh, Christine, don't go to every class. Priorities, do less but deeper. I assume, Svetlana, that means go to the class and then practice. Focus on what touches your heart. Yeah. Christian says he takes all the advices and then makes some kind of priority, what is important to him. Take one idea, ask your teacher what you should practice, also super valid. I think there is no wrong or right here. I just want to, as also, trigger in you that you think about it. Marina, you are, I think, in most of the classes of all of us. How do you handle it?
Seeds.
Can
I
you
just
elaborate a little bit on it?
just plant seeds. If true, 4 years ago, I really plant seeds. My karmic partner was Draga. Maybe a lot of know her. She is from Bulgarian. And we, during several months, create time, and I create time for serve. And in several months, I really had time for serve. Before, I haven't. I always work. And in several months, I had 4 hours for ACI and try to keep not just teaching, but serve. But during serve, yes, I did study anyway. And this is how I did it. And after it like increased more.
Mm-hmm.
in 1.5 years, I already full time just serve to finance object for me and just allow hours to serve and help them to be close to teaching
Mm-hmm.
and dedicate everything. And even sometimes I'm like, okay, I already can give everything to someone, no need nothing, and something even through different, I don't know, say like way, but someone give me more what I can do.
Mm-hmm.
I think you know this is Francisco. Oh, let's do this. Let's do this. Oh, you have already good team. So, and this is how was for me. But I really, when I even serve and listen, I keep in my mind and try to take several phrases from any teaching
Mm-hmm.
and try to practice. I didn't take everything,
Mm-hmm.
if true. Sometimes I do like this. My notice here. And several months, I just look at this and practice this, what I write down here.
Mm-hmm.
As this is how I really hand all teaching.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I would encourage you or it's a little bit of my solution. Thank you, Marina. I think we heard many solutions also in the chat. I think Marina really through your constantly serving, I think you got this capacity to listen to so many classes and being able to practice most of it at the same time. I have, for example, very clearly decided on my heart practice. And if you're listening to classes, I find it interesting that whatever class it is, if it is a Tower translation class, or now the Diamond Way 3, or previous Lam Rim, that in each class you find information which deepens your heart practice. If you're, I found it very beautiful, the comment with compassion and respect. If this is your heart practice, you will hear in every class you listen to more details, other viewpoints on this topic, and how you can expand this practice. I would like to take a moment to celebrate all of you being here, sharing what touched your heart, sharing how you will practice it in your daily life. You are already the teacher. I was only reading what you shared with others. You are the diamond. You are the diamond which created the beautiful seeds to have enough resources to be here, to be the diamond, and you are using your life wisely. And we need to remind ourselves once in a while of that. We all have these inner critics. Oh, I'm not going to enough classes. Oh, I'm not practicing enough. And we need to remind ourselves how far we have already gotten on the path. And I think this last 45 minutes have been beautiful. All of you have so deep wisdom. Just keep going. Don't let discourage yourself. Just keep going. That's my karma. I'm always ending on time. Or even before time. So get yourself another cup of tea and contemplate what extraordinary life you have. Thank you for all your wisdom. I have been deeply inspired. And does anybody know what's next on the schedule?
We have next class, course development. It will be at 1:15 Arizona time.
Cool. So you have more than half an hour. Get another cup of tea, sit in your favorite chair, and just be happy what's happening to you, what you have created. Thank you so much for being here, for sharing your wisdom. To the tech, to the translators, to the recorders, thank you. See you soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you, dear teacher Sunam, for your wisdom. Thank you. Please keep teaching us.
Mulțumim.
You teach yourself.
Thank you very much, dear teachers. Please stay. Thank
Bye.
you, dear.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Love you all.
Dear Sunam, deep gratitude for your wisdom. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sunam.
Thank you.
Yeah.